Greetings, actors. I've been thinking a lot about the word rejection. It's never really felt like it fits the audition process in my mind. It's not an accurate description. Outsiders always say, people who are not in our business, muggles, I always call them, they say, oh, you guys deal with so much rejection. And I go, yeah, but I always think, is that what it really is? I don't ever feel rejected. And by the way, when I say that, this is not some positive thinking bullshit where you say, oh, I don't believe in that word. It's not like when people say I don't see color, and we know that's bullshit, Or when I had a guy in one class, I still don't know what he was talking about. This was years ago in LA, and he said, I book every job I go in for. I'm like, we don't have the time to explore that, but that's not true. It's just not true unless you only go in for things you're producing or have only been on one audition and gotten it. I don't even know what his deal was, but sometimes people, have these positive thinking mantras that, I'm not in that category, I promise you. When I think about the word rejection, it's when something is, when something is coming down the conveyor belt. I don't know if you ever see the Lucy episode. You need to see it. I love Lucy. I'm wandering way off topic, but they're working in a factory and the conveyor belt keeps speeding up. But the items that are being made in a factory, they've got rejects, ones that don't pass the standards. They do checks to quality checks, quality control, and sometimes things have to be not shipped out to the public because those are rejects. So I think of rejects as the items that don't meet the standard, and being rejected is really like really being turned down and told you aren't good enough. And I don't feel that way. I feel that I just don't get chosen most of the time with auditionings. That's the normal thing. That's just the norm. It's really not a rejection. I mean, most casting people will tell you that they have several good choices. Some say that in some auditions they're all good choices, and they just have to pick one. When you go to a diner and you decide to get a burger and fries instead of lasagna, you're not rejecting lasagna. You're just not picking it. I wonder if this has any value for you all. I just think it's such a dark word, rejection. No, we reject you. Thumbs down. And I don't think of it that way. Yes, I seem to be drifting off because of the crazy day I had trying to reschedule all of my things. So sorry if I'm a little spacey. I think that's the extent of my message today. Is I want to encourage you to look at re-examining whether that word has value for you, whether that word is an accurate description of what happens when you don't get cast. Have you been rejected, or have you simply not been chosen? I think the latter is true, and I think it's being kinder to yourself and softer on your brain to look at it that way, which is both more accurate and nicer. So, short video today. That's all I have to say. You're not being rejected. I will be back next week with more thoughts. Feel free to give your comments below. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a while, but if you'd like to know, I think I haven't mentioned this, but if you'd like to know when my classes are coming to your area, join my mailing list, and you'll see above where it says registration. It's the registration page, a mailing list. Just get on my mailing list, and I send out mailings to the city that I'm going to be at, so that people are not bombarded with emails. If you're in Chicago, you'll just get email when I'm coming to Chicago, unless I've got some little goodie that I want to send out to everybody. All right, friends, have a good week. Bye.